We are happy to welcome everyone to our channel. Today we offer to view brief information about new Turkish TV series and movies. Comedy film Welcome to Our Funeral, starring Sadik Ahmet, Ismail Ege Sazmaz. After 4 years of relationship, Irem and Ozan decided to legalize their relationship. On the morning of their engagement, Irene is very nervous because Ozan's family is aristocratic and all her relatives are very troubled. Relationships in their family leave a lot to be desired, but Irene can't imagine how much trouble they'll cause her this time. Both families will meet for the first time at the engagement party. Did you find this series interesting? Please write in the comments. Heist series, starring İlker Kalilay, Oyku Karel. In the house of the famous professor of economic sciences Ralph Sonar, there is a terrible tragedy. One evening, a thief sneaks into his dwelling, intending to make off with other people's goods. He does not expect to see the scientist's defenseless wife Elif Chiner in one of the rooms. The robber, wishing to remove a witness, inflicts a fatal wound on her. The criminal was detained on hot tracks. He turned out to be Necip Talin, who forever stigmatized both himself and the name of his family. As a result, little Zine loses her beloved mother, and the minor Akay loses his father. In addition, the teenager carries the stigma of being an outcast in a society where he is despised and called the son of a murderer. Having grown up, the boy takes the pseudonym Kara and chooses a very difficult life path. He becomes a modern-day Robin Hood, taking the wealthy's material possessions and gives it to the poor. Meanwhile, the daughter of the murdered woman gets an excellent education in a prestigious foreign university and returns to her homeland. Fate decides to play a cruel joke on the young people. Burcu Özberk and Murat Boz show how it is, in the 2023 TV series See in a Dream. This melodrama would not have been noticed by me, since I at some point switched to Turkish TV series. I also treat the movies of this beautiful, long-suffering country with the same interest. In this case we are talking about a very cheerful, light comedy. The main characters are unfamiliar. Their stories at the beginning of the movie go in parallel. The main heroine is a working young woman. Her friend is a romantic nature, sees love in everything and dreams of getting married. The heroine doesn't. The main character is a successful businessman. He is constantly hanged by girls, and he is in no hurry to start a family. Although he has a fiancée, but they do not get along. And then, by chance, the heroes ran into each other at a party, and it started. Merciless, TV series with Kagate Ulusa and Hilal Altinbalek. Turkish crime series plunges into the atmosphere of uncompromising struggle for survival and justice. This is an exciting crime drama, telling the story of one mafia. At the center of the plot is the main character, who suddenly finds himself drawn into the world of crime and lawlessness. As the years pass, times change. The life of the protagonist undergoes changes that force him to make decisive steps. A former ally of the mafia rebels against it and becomes its enemy. This unusual transformation puts him on dangerous paths, where he faces perilous challenges and various hardships. The series Ruthless is not only a story about the underworld and gang warfare, but also about the search for true justice. Subjected to unrighteousness and frustration, the protagonist seeks to find his place in this ruthless world and find answers to difficult questions about duty, loyalty, and betrayal. On his way he enters into fights with mafia groups and tries to regain a part of his former life. The Smell of the Trunk. The series is based on real events. Melis Sivlek is the screenwriter of the series. She transferred her feelings to the screen after her daughter Fiza disappeared as a child at the bus station. The real-life story ended well, and little Fiza's journey to get back to her parents with the help of caring people. The plot of the series is different from the real story. The authors of the series revealed the pain that a mother feels when an accident happens to her child. The main character is Karsu. Her life collapsed when her daughter disappeared. The heroine will have to pull herself together to find her child. When her daughter goes missing, the woman will blame her mother, whom she trusted with Ramsey. The most difficult test that can only get a mother will be the main character is to be separated from her child. A real hell the woman will go through before fate will allow her to meet her child again. Kars will have to make choices in order to get back to normal again. Every day will present new challenges for the woman. The viewer will be attracted by the dynamic plot, the opportunity to take a break from everyday life and to suffer together with the characters. The series shows different relationships between members of the same family, the desire of the daughters to oppose their mother, but at the same time, the preservation of warmth and love between them, due to close kinship. The series has both comedy and melodramatic moments. Did you find this series interesting? Please write in the comments. Sadik Ahmet movie, starring Turgay Aydın, Nur Fetihoglu, Burhan Nur Karadis. The movie is based on real events and tells about the life and fate of a famous historical figure, professor and political figure Sadik Ahmet. He was a Turkish national, living in Greece and leading the Turkish community, and fought tirelessly for justice, freedom of speech, equality, and peace. Dr. Sadik Ahmet fought against the persecution of the Turkish minorities of Western Thrace and the displacement of ethnic Turks from Greek lands. Due to his perseverance, focus, and courage, Sadik Ahmet became a famous and respected man not only in Turkey but also managed to make his voice heard all over the world. A noble profession, Dr. Sadik Ahmet, in addition to medicine, was also involved in politics, as he saw the importance and necessity of fighting in that difficult period in the 70s and 80s of the 20th century. Dr. Sadik Ahmet founded the political party of equality, friendship and peace, then using the platform and tribune to expose to the world public the truth about the displacement and persecution of Turks from their homeland. Sadik Ahmet succeeded in drawing the attention of the world community to the burning issue and achieved a very significant change. The struggle bore fruit. Sadik Ahmet was elected to the Greek parliament in June 1989, but the events that followed reflect how difficult his path was. In the end, Dr. Sadik Ahmet paid the price of his own life in the fight for justice. He and his family were killed in a car accident that many still question as an accident. Which series will you watch first? Write in the comments.